Saturday night.
Oh, gosh.
Saturday night. You know what time it is.
What's up, everybody?
Saturday night. It's time for...
We're all out of breath.
Yeah. We had to go do something real quick during the countdown. Not that. Not that.
Because that's what it sounded like.
I need more than 3 minutes.
This is true.
I need more than 3 minutes.
This
but
is true.
Had to go run and do something real quick. It's Saturday night. It's time for another Have a Conversation After Dark. We want you to share this because we want to, we want to hear your input. It's really what it boils down to. We want to hear your input. So in order for us to hear your input, we need you to share this.
Yes.
All right?
Hi, everyone. Happy Saturday night. Wow. So the clocks go back tonight. So
Here.
Essentially
it's 9 o'clock right now. It's not 10
No,
p.m.
the clocks didn't go back yet.
Well, I'm already there.
Yeah.
So welcome. If you are here watching now, share this. If you're watching the replay, share this. We want to get your opinion. So if you're new to this, let me just since there's only a couple people watching, but if you're new to this right now and you don't know what this is, it is Have a Conversation After Dark. Have a Conversation After Dark is an opportunity to have conversations, maybe conversations that we don't normally have, maybe about topics we don't normally talk about. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Here's the whole goal. The whole goal is to get you all talking.
Yes. Talking with your spouse.
Right. It is important that we're having conversations about everything.
Yeah.
I say this at the beginning of every show and at the end of every show almost, that conversation is a catalyst for growth. Conversation is a catalyst for learning. So let's have a conversation. If you saw the title of this is How Much Do I Tell? How much do I tell? Now, how much do I tell her about things that are going on with me?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to throw out a couple different scenarios,
Scenarios. Yeah.
right? How much do I tell? Am I required to tell? Is it should I tell as a courtesy? Whatever the case may be,
Is
right?
it advantageous
Is
to
it
tell?
advantageous to tell? That's a good one.
Yeah.
So here's a question. Let's say, for example,
Mm-hmm.
I am and this never I was trying to think before I say it. I don't think this ever happened to me. But
Okay.
let's say, for example, I used to work in a corporate environment, and in that corporate environment, there were way more women than men,
Mm-hmm.
right? So let's say, for example, there is a woman who is consistently coming on to me.
Mm-hmm.
And well, let's say it's not, let's say it either consistent or it just happened once or twice.
Okay.
Should I tell you about that?
Um, I think if it happens just once,
Hmm.
um, I don't know, and I don't know this person. I feel like it matters if I know the person.
Really?
I feel like it does.
Okay. Why is that?
Because if I know the person,
Hmm.
that person knows we're married.
Hmm.
So I think that maybe not, well, I was gonna say maybe not the first time, but if it happens just once, I just need to have my antenna up if I know that person.
Okay.
I feel like. And I might even say something like, "Come on, you know we're married. Why are you coming on to my husband? You can't do that." I feel like I might say something.
So
I'm in two minds. I don't know.
okay, but here's the thing though. Should I have to tell you?
But um again, if I don't know the person,
Hmm.
I don't feel like you need to tell me that.
So you need to know if you know the
I
person.
think so,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But also too though, to add to that,
Hmm.
if it keeps happening, even if I don't know the person,
Hmm.
I'm thinking maybe say something not because I I, I just feel like you should say first of all, if it keeps why does it keep happening? Like why aren't you saying something to that person?
Yeah, but you don't know that I'm not saying
This is
something.
true.
I could be saying something every time, but that ain't stopping her from doing what she doing.
Yeah.
Every time I could be like, "Come on, man, come on, stop the foolishness. You already know what it is. That's
Yeah.
never gonna happen. Whatever." But she keep shooting her shot.
Yeah.
One day she feel like maybe it's gonna, poke a hole.
Or you
Yeah, this one right here. Or I'm a poke a hole. Either one.
That's what I was gonna say. Okay. Never
So
mind.
let me ask you though: I'm gonna get Pierre's comment. Are you more concerned about me or the other person?
The other person.
Okay.
Yeah, the other person for sure.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think what did Pierre say? What's
Pierre
up,
said,
Pierre?
"What's up, Pierre?" Pierre said it should matter length and magnitude of exposure to the person more than if they are mutually known. I can see that.
Length and magnitude of exposure.
So, so,
Okay.
so, like for example, with me when I was in the corporate space,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see this person every day.
Right.
So it don't really
Often.
matter whether you know them or not. The fact that I'm consistently around them every day
Yeah.
is an issue.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but here's the thing, Pierre. Answer this question though. If this is happening to Gabby, is she required to tell you?
I don't know if
I'm
required.
using that for shock value. I use that on purpose. Do you want to know? And two, should they tell you? Like, is it a problem? Would it be a problem for you if you found out 6 months down the road that this person has been hitting on me
Mhm.
for 6 months and I never said anything to you, would you have a problem with that?
I might, because then I might feel like, why are you trying to hide that?
Yeah, but why would it be that I'm trying to hide it? It could be that I just don't care. It
True.
don't phase me at all.
Yeah.
So I'm not about to even give energy to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe you don't need to tell me. I honestly don't know how I feel about that.
Let me ask you this. What would you need to know from me if you found out 6 months later?
I mean, it's not you. I
Hmm.
think it would be the person that was coming on to you. So I guess you could reassure me, but nothing happened, but I already would know that.
Okay. I'm gonna put this up on the screen. I'm gonna take away the share this. I'm gonna put the
Huh? So I'm not sure. What are you saying? You're
hold on. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. Spouse. Can't type without looking like you can. Hold on. I'll make it a banner. Oh no, I don't have to make it a banner.
I'm not sure what you're doing though.
I'm just putting this up on. So
Oh,
if someone is coming on to your spouse, no, that's not right. I didn't type that right. If someone is coming on to your spouse, should they tell you? Yes, yes, that's
should
what I
you?
meant.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the question on the table. If someone's coming on to your spouse, should they tell you?
What's up, Tab?
What's up, Tabby? Tabby, check this out. Every day, no, not every day. Let me not make it that bad.
But quite frequently.
Frequently, once in a blue moon, whatever the consistency is, whatever the cadence is, somebody is coming on to my guy, right? Should he tell you? Donna, same thing. Somebody's coming on to your husband at the job,
What's up, Donna?
in the mall, wherever it's happening. Frequently, infrequently, you choose the cadence. Should they tell you? Yes or no, and why?
Yeah.
Should they tell you?
I kind of feel like if I don't know, again, if I don't know this person,
Mhm.
I probably I don't care one way or the other. If I know the person, I
Mhm.
think I want to confront the person and be like, "Come on, what are you doing? You know we're married. Stop coming on to my husband. Why are you doing that?"
What if I'm handling that though?
Maybe
I'm
they need,
handling that.
but maybe they what if I know the person?
No. I'm saying I'm handling that. I'm. You don't have to confront them because when it happens, I'm knocking it. I'm swatting it away like flies.
But if
Get out of
I
here.
but if I know the person
Hmm.
and it's still happening, then maybe I need to also say something.
Okay.
Maybe as
Some reinforcement.
reinforcement. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
Why are you chuckling?
I'm just chuckling. I would love to see this play out in real life. To be honest, I don't think it ever will, but because I ain't gonna never tell you.
Aha.
That's not true. I'm just messing with you. Good evening. Good evening.
I kind of feel like it has happened. Didn't it happen?
No, no. I don't think it's happened.
No,
Not where I was working. No.
really?
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Well, did it happen somewhere else?
I can't remember. I got to think back to Michigan.
It's never happened for me.
I got to think back to Michigan.
But
Tabby said, "Good question." Pierre said, "If they have to see them again, yes."
yes. Well, then yes,
Interesting.
that would be in your case, yes, because
Okay.
you had to see them all the time.
So why is that? I'm just curious. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I'm just curious what's the difference in me having to see them again and not having to see them again? It happened. So
Mhm.
what would be the difference? Donna said Howard can tell if he wants. If not, that's on him. He doesn't have to tell. What comes out in the wash will come out in the rinse. Yeah, but that sounds like, and I'm messing with you when I say this, Donna. That sounds like you don't trust my guy Howard. So it's like, well, he don't got to tell me, but I get what you're saying, and
anyway.
I'm messing with you. Trust me, I'm messing with you. I know what you're trying to say, but I'm just messing with you.
But
But
would you want to know if someone
no,
was hitting on
I
me,
don't want to know.
whether you know them or not?
Nope.
Especially if you don't know them?
If I know them, I definitely don't want to know
Why not?
because I won't handle that well.
Really?
No, I won't.
You wouldn't just have a conversation with them and be like, don't stop doing that? You can't do
Yeah,
that?
but it's not going to be a conversation. Like if you know me and you know and they know you, it's not going to be just as simple as me walking up to them and like, hey, listen, bruh, you already know what it is. That's disrespectful. That's not how I'm coming. That's not, I'm, I have not matured to that level of approach yet.
What would you do?
I don't know. And that's why I don't want to know. That's why I don't want to know. I haven't matured to that level of, not with somebody that knows us.
Yeah.
That's a very different scenario than some dude in the mall, man. I'm like, man, get out of here. Whatever. Who cares?
What about me? What if it was someone in my workplace that I see on a regular basis?
I don't think I need to know that either.
No.
Mm-mm.
What if you did know though? What if I told you? What would you do?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Nothing. My question would be to you, how are you handling that? Like what are you doing? Not what are you doing to encourage it, but what are you doing to discourage it?
Mm-hmm.
I already know what you're doing to encourage it. You just showing up,
Oh.
smelling good, looking nice, hair done, makeup done, you know what I'm saying? Skirt kind of too tight, all of that kind of stuff, right? I know what you're doing. so, so, so we don't have to talk about that. It's what are you doing to discourage
Oh
what's happening,
gosh.
right? Um, Pierre said transparency and potential vulnerability.
This is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. Like, yeah, be my accountability person. Just
Hmm.
keep me honest.
Okay.
Keep me
I'm
honest.
with that. I'm with that. I'm with
Keep
that.
me honest.
Donna said, I trust him. Just don't let me catch them
Whispering.
whispering. Donna and his whispering. Donna is a mess. Hey, listen, I'm with you though. I'm with you on that. Don't go Will Smith at the ground.
Please, no.
And see, listen, I'm not trying to say, listen, I've matured a lot. I've grown a great deal. But I don't know, man. I don't know that would just be a simple conversation.
I think at this point it would be for you.
Maybe,
I trust you. You don't
maybe.
trust yourself, but I
I
trust
don't
you.
know. Maybe it's dormant. The hothead is dormant.
Yeah.
Rick would want
Want me
me
to
to tell
tell
him
him.
he's my protector. I get that.
Yes. I get that
I get
too.
that. I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. I get that. How about this? After Howard and I got married, we were in court to see if a baby was his. Also, his kid's mom called him and wanted him to cut the lights out. I told him, let me go cut her lights out. Oh my gosh. Man, yeah, hey, that's wild. That's wild business right there, ladies and
Mm-mm-mm.
gentlemen. But it happens.
It
And you got to
happens.
be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
Which is the whole point of this. You got to be able to talk about it. Now,
Mm-hmm.
can I up it a notch?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me type this out real quick. I'm gonna type this out. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna type it out first before I say it. Let me up it a notch. So we're talking about, should you tell your spouse if someone is coming on to you?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say they're coming on to you at the workplace or somewhere, you at the gym, somewhere you consistently are.
Mm-hmm.
There's this person that's always coming on to you.
Mm-hmm.
Should you tell your spouse? And if you are the spouse, would you want to know? All right. Now, let's kick it up a notch. 1 second.
Can you say it?
I'm going to say it, but I want to put it on the screen first. So the title of this, for those of you who are kind of coming in and out, is how much do I tell? So, and you can come up with any scenario you want, and you should have these these are the kind of conversations you should be having with your spouse, because you need to
Mm.
know how they feel. Like Tabby said, Rick will want to know because he's a protector,
Yeah.
right? You need to know that. Hey, listen, man, I'm trying to have your back. It ain't about me confronting the dude. It ain't about me running up in the job or none of that. It's just I need to know so that in case I'm I have an understanding.
What's the next one?
The next one is this, right? And we can keep going pinging back and forth, but I'm gonna take it up a notch because you all who know me know that I just like to start fire. So here's a fire starter. If your spouse dreams about somebody else,
Should they tell you?
should they tell you?
No,
Why not?
because if 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 your spouse dreams about someone else,
Mhm.
right, and they tell you,
Hmm.
then you're gonna be like, well, why are you thinking about that person? What's going on? Well, you got to be thinking about them. Why is your mind going there? That's the only way you could have dreamed about them.
Is that the only way you could dream about them? Let's talk about that for a second. Why would you even
Probably
be
not.
dreaming about? Is it possible? Is it possible to dream about someone else and in you're not thinking about them in that way? I got Tabby almost coming out the
Yeah.
box on that one.
I to answer your question, say it again.
if
Is it possible?
Is it possible to dream about somebody else and not be thinking about them that way?
Yes, I
Okay.
think so.
Okay. I just wanted to put that out there first. Elizan said it depends on the dream. Why does it depend on the dream,
No, I'm
Elizan?
not saying nothing.
So let me give some context. We're talking about everything from the kosher. I was playing basketball, like loving basketball with this other person on one end of the spectrum, to I woke up sweating because I was in the bed and I was like, wait a minute, this ain't something about this picture don't look right. And it woke
No,
me up.
I think either way, I'm not saying anything.
You're not saying anything. So you're not gonna tell me if you dream about somebody else?
Nope.
Why not?
Because I don't want you thinking like what I just said.
Okay,
Like
hold it.
let's just it's nothing. It's a dream. So why even bring potential miscommunication, strife, conflict, whatever you want to call it, into the it's unnecessary.
Okay, hold that thought for a second. Donna said, I just know my bed better not be wet if he's dreaming. Okay, I'm with that. So as long as I got it, I won't get graphic, but I understand what you're saying. All right. So you're good as long as something don't happen. That
There's
there's
no
no
coming
coming
back
back from
from
that
the
conversation.
conversation.
Wow.
I agree. I agree.
Okay.
Yep, I
Oh,
agree.
wow. Okay. Okay. This one is
Is
a
a
no.
no unless you actually feel there's
Present vulnerability. And this is assuming the dream contains some inappropriate interaction. Let's say it does,
that's
just for the sake of just kicking it up a notch. Let's just say the dream does include inappropriate interaction.
I
Uh, Tabby said, yes, it's possible to dream about someone you're not thinking about.
yep.
Okay.
Hmm.
So if that's the case, Tabby, then why would you not be able to come back from that conversation?
Because the other person, even knowing that, I think the other person, like even knowing that it's possible to dream about someone that you're not thinking about, even knowing that, I think your mind would have the tendency to still be like, why would Nisi have a dream about this person? What? Why? What's that all about?
Okay. Okay. I'm with
Even
that.
knowing that, I think that, yeah, I'm not saying nothing.
Pierre, good point. Donna, let's talk about this for a second. We're all adults here and it's after dark, right? Pierre said he can't help that. So let's talk about that.
Wait, what?
Pierre said he can't. So remember, Donna said as long as the bed's not wet,
He can't
he
help
can't
that.
can't help
He
that. That's a
can't
good
help
point,
that.
Pierre. That's a good point. So let me ask you this: I dream about somebody else, right? And in the dream, because this does happen to people, in the dream, there are some people who, if you go all the way to ejaculation in the dream, that it happens in real life.
Hmm.
Would you want me to explain if that were to happen to me? Would you want me to explain why that happened?
No. So what am I going to do? Say, oh, wow, look what you did. Were you thinking about me or dreaming about someone else? I'm not going to ask that.
Some people would.
Really?
Oh,
I'm not asking that.
absolutely.
I'm going to assume you were dreaming about me. I'm not asking no questions.
Elizan said, if it's sexual, there are issues. So
I tend to
I disagree.
disagree with that.
Now, I will say this quite often, there probably are issues. but I
But not
disagree. Not
necessarily.
necessarily.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Tabby said it
Yeah.
causes you to feel very insecure.
Insecure. Yeah.
If I know my spouse is dreaming about someone sexually, there is intention.
Oh, I don't know
I
that I
don't I don't know. I
agree.
don't know.
You can't help your dreams, I
Now
feel
now
like
here's the thing.
sometimes,
If
or
you
a lot of the time. You can't help what you dream about.
That's true, but here's the next thing. If you know your spouse
This
and
is
there
true.
is a propensity for your spouse to be towing the line, then
Mm,
yeah, there might be issues. But if there's no evidence of that, that's a
yeah.
tough call.
I mean, yet and still, it's just
Donna said if he can't help it, we have a problem. He would want to tell me it's because of me. So you want him to lie to you.
yeah.
Which is the safer option.
They
But
aren't living right. He ejaculated. The devil is a liar.
this is good. This is good.
Mm.
This is good. I gotta admit, there's some of this I don't agree with, but this is a good conversation. I love what's happening in the
Huh.
comments right now.
I don't know. I don't know.
I gotta you giving me something to think about. I gotta think about it. I gotta think about it. I'm gonna tell you right
I don't
now,
know. I don't know if
I
I agree with that
I do
as well.
believe that it is possible for you to dream about somebody sexually and not have no interest in them no. I'm not gonna say that. How do I word this? And not have no interest in them sexually. So let me give you an example. Let me see if I can clean this up a little bit. Typically, and I'm not an expert on this. Typically, your dreams are going to be somehow aligned, even if in the most even in the smallest way, are going to be somewhat aligned to some level of thought that you had.
And is that what you meant, Tabby?
And that could be what Tabby meant, right? Now, but here's the thing. I may have had an interaction with somebody during the day. Let's say, for example, I had a meeting. So you know how Alicia's
Mm-hmm.
group was when things would go down, they would set these war rooms up. And sometimes you'd be in those war rooms for like 12, 15, 17, 24 hours, right? So let's say you're having this interaction with someone all day long. You're having conversations, and it's nothing sexual, and you happen to dream something with their face in it. That is possible.
So this is going into like subconscious now.
Yes, it is. And Tabby just said something. I'm about
Oh,
to
okay.
go there in a second.
Okay.
Um, Pierre says sometimes the dream doesn't even need to contain that, and some people don't even remember.
Remember.
This is natural physiological function for men.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Pierre. I
It
appreciate you saying
is.
that. Just like a cycle is for women. So let me be
Agreed.
transparent.
And emotional hormonal. Yep, I agree with that.
Can I be transparent for a second?
Oh Lord.
Let me be transparent for a second. Do we dream our subconscious? I do. Yes, I think so.
I think so.
I think so. I think so. But do you really think someone would tell their spouse if they had a sexual dream like that? So here's the thing, Elizanne. I don't know that somebody would. I'm asking the question. How much do I tell? Because here's the thing. If I'm really being honest, can I just be honest for a second before I get transparent? If I'm really being honest, we are a team. And I should be able to come to you with that.
Yeah.
And I should be able to come to you with that and not have my head knocked off
For a dream.
Let's just be clear about that. I'm just going to throw that in the atmosphere. Everybody can do what they will with it. That is a conversation you should be able to have with your spouse, and you should be able to flush it out.
What's your transparency?
Now, here's my transparent moment. I have had dreams that were sexual in nature, and I could not remember the face. And I would wake up thinking, man, was that Niecy? Or who was that? That has happened to me. Go ahead, say what you're thinking. Go ahead, say it.
I'm not thinking anything. I'm trying to think of who it was.
Well, I can't even tell you who it was
I
because
know.
literally, just like Pierre said, you don't remember stuff. I have literally had dreams and have no clue who the person was. No clue. Not even an inkling. Because as soon as I wake up, I'm like, what just happened?
Mm-hmm. It was me.
It probably was you, but I didn't know. I didn't, I didn't know.
We're just gonna go with it was me.
So I don't know. That's do you yeah. So I'm here's the thing. So those of you who might not, I think we got all regulars in the comments, but here's we're not here to tell you what's right or wrong. But what I am here to tell you is that these are conversations that don't happen.
Nope.
And then let me tell you when they do happen. They happen when things go awry. They happen when somebody says something and they weren't expecting it to be said, or something comes up and then it's fireworks.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is that we should be able to have these conversations ahead of time so that there are not fireworks. Create a game plan. Like I should be able to be like, listen, babe, here's what I assure you of. I assure you that I will never cheat on you. However, if this, and this happen, I would like to be able to come to you right away.
However,
and here's the reason. Yeah, however, if I say, listen, I want the place to be safe enough that if I have a dream about someone, I can come tell you and then solidify the reassurance that I'm giving you right now.
Okay.
I should be able to do that.
Yes.
That's a conversation I should be able to have.
Yes.
Or start the conversation with the question that I asked: how much should I tell? For you to be like, hey, listen, you can tell me this, and this, but them other 3 things, yeah, you can keep that to yourself. Yeah. And now I know I have a game plan. So that's just me. That's just me. Pierre said, yes, team. Yes, team. Tabby said, that's a sign of needing intimacy. So set up date night and knock it out.
No pun intended there, huh, Tabby? Knock it out.
Okay. I'll buy that. I'll buy that.
Okay.
You know what? I will buy that. Because that's a good point. Because here's the thing. Having that dream could be an indication that there's been too much of a lapse. So the person may be thinking, whether it's wife or husband, may be thinking, man, I really want to, I really want to knock it out.
True.
And it's been 3 days, 4 to 5, whatever the cadence is that's too long for you.
Yeah.
And then because that's what they were processing,
yeah,
they go to bed and have a sexual dream.
That's true.
And then here's the thing. Whoever they had the most interaction with might be the person they see. That's a possibility. I'm trying to tell you it's a possibility. It's a possibility.
It's a possibility, I guess. What's that other comment say?
Donna said that's a good point.
Yeah.
That was a good point.
Yeah. Yeah. I see
Absolutely.
that.
It's been too long. The tank is empty. Okay. Okay.
Wow.
I think it's a great question, though. Hey, listen, man, I think it's a great question. I do. I think it's a great question. Tabby said, I agree. These are the kinds of conversations that we don't have.
Right.
And then we can attest to this. The one thing that I tell couples when we do a discovery call for potential clients, the one thing I tell them is that I do not want to be a referee. Now, here's the thing. I say that, but there's always at least one session where I'm a referee, where I'm just listening to them go back and forth at each other. And I'm jumping in and virtually putting up, throwing out the flag, right? We have seen where the lack of these conversations, we've seen the trouble that it causes.
Yes, indeed.
The assumptions, the crazy reactions to some of the things that are not even that. And I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it, that to some things that are really not even that big of a deal.
Yeah. But
because they've never been talked about, it gets out of hand.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
yeah.
So listen, I just thought we'd bring that to you today. These are the kind of questions that And listen, if nothing else, I think it makes for great conversation between husband and wife. You don't, it's nothing you gotta get upset about. Just have a great conversation. Hey, babe, how much do I tell?
Yeah.
Let me throw some scenarios at you. Would you want me to say this? Would you want me to tell you if this? And just see what they say.
What's their answers?
See what they say.
What's the answers?
Dreams are very twisted. You go from one dream to another without
another.
realizing you could see a face in another dream. And next dream is sexual with no face. And
Mhm.
when you wake up, you remember bits of both.
Dreams can be complex.
Dreams can be complex.
Very much so. I agree.
Great discussion. Thank you, Tabby. Thank you.
I agree.
Yeah, we try to pick out some stuff that is unorthodox. Like, this is not a conversation you hear people talking about. Like, I've never been in any marriage seminar ever where they talked about what you should tell and what you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Not in this context. Like, if people are coming on to you, because that's a very real thing.
It's
With
a real
people
thing.
coming on to folk at work, and I would have, and I've told you this before, right? I'd have people, and maybe this is a form of flirting. I never really thought about it until now. I'm about to say it out of my mouth. But I've told you this before. I've had people put in work orders for me to come do stuff at their desk, and then be like, "Oh, well, I probably could have figured it out myself, but I heard you smell good today." And I'm like, "Yo, I just walked 3 buildings for you to come on, man, get out of here with that foolishness." Like,
stuff be going right over his head.
and but it's not even so much that it goes over my head. It's just like, it's dumb to me. Like, you just wasted a lot of my time just now. I could have been doing something else. I walked all this way for you to you could have just complimented me. Send me an email and be like, "I heard you smell good today." I don't gotta walk 3 buildings for you to do that.
This dude.
Like, that don't you know what I'm saying?
So now that you're
a waste
thinking
of my
about
time.
it, they probably were coming on to you.
Well,
Yes,
now
they were coming on.
That's what I'm
to you.
saying. Now that I'm saying it, but I'm so used to not giving any energy to that kind of stuff, that the very first thing I chuckled when they said it, but in my mind I was like, this is stupid, because I walked over here for nothing. That's literally my first reaction. So I just chuckled, and then I went to see one of the admins in the building, because one of the admins we were good friends. So I went and talked to her.
Oh, now Elizanne, that is a good point. In this day and age,
You want to tell about flirting? Okay, let me get to that. Hold on, let me get to that. Look up
hypno. I have my glasses.
Yeah, this is the doctor in the house now, man. He got us.
Hypnopompic hallucinations.
You can even wake up half drink. Yeah, I that's true.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that. That's true.
I hope I said it right.
Stephanie is in the comments.
Steffi Poo.
What's up, Darren? Good evening, Darren.
What's up, Darren?
Elizanne said you want to tell about the flirting.
But that would be proof of sexual. You were sexually harassed. No.
No, I don't think it was that far.
It wasn't that far?
No, it wasn't that far. But I understand what you're saying.
In this day and age, you could twist it. If you went to a lawyer,
you could twist it. You
could twist it, and for it to be such.
Yeah, you could twist it. But this is somebody that, so I get it. I'm not knocking that statement at all. I agree 100%. In my particular situation, I was very well known at that company.
I heard you smell good today.
I was very well known at that company.
I heard you smell good today. People were talking about you.
I'm trying to tell you, I was very well known at that company.
Okay, you said that.
And I'm not saying that
3 times.
No, but I'm not saying that for like any kind of like arrogance or anything like that. But I'm just saying the job that I had put me in people's faces consistently. I was one of 4 guys who probably touched the entire population of the campus.
Yeah.
Because of the job we had. So everybody knew us. Everybody knew us, and it just became kind of common knowledge that I was going to have some kind of fragrance on. So some people would even ask me, like, "So what you wearing, Oliver? What you wearing today?" People would actually ask me that. So it just kind of got that way. So I didn't really take a lot of the attention as flirting as much as it is people just They just knew. Like even the guys that I work with on my team would joke, be like, "Oh, he gonna be smelling up. The girls gonna be going. They gonna want to go. They gonna want him to do it instead of us because he always be smelling." It was just a joke, right? So I never really thought about like. I don't really feel like people were actually coming on to me as much as it was just. It just became a thing. Like
I
he's gonna
think
always
if you
smell
would have
good.
entertained it,
Maybe if I would have
if
entertained
you
it.
would have entertained it, like the person or people that said, oh, I probably could have figured that out myself, but I heard you smell good today.
Mm.
If you would have said something like, oh, you like that? You like my perfume?
Right,
You like
right,
that, huh?
right. If I would have done something,
Then
you're probably right.
it would have been on and popping.
You're probably right about that. But yeah, that was never the case. But it was always a running joke with the guys in the warehouse, the other three guys on my team, and other people, because we literally touched that entire population. So we were always talking to people. We were always with the admins of all the buildings, the executives, everybody. So it just became this running thing. Like, what is he wearing today? Kind of thing. So, but yeah, I get that. I get that.
JP High Tech.
JP High Tech is in the comments.
What's
Where?
up? He's here. Well, he was. I don't
Oh,
know.
right
Maybe
here.
he left.
What's up, JP?
Oh,
What's good,
okay.
fam? Yes, man. Thank you for being here. This man, you want to talk about live shows? This guy's the king of live shows. Man, this stuff is so dope. It's crazy. Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate that.
Great to see you.
Appreciate that. Can you be married and find someone else attractive? Yes.
Yes.
Can you be married and feel attracted to someone else?
Which is different. It is different.
So
absolutely different.
So Pierre, the answer to both of those questions is yes.
Yes.
The answer to the second question is signs of a problem.
Yes, correct. Absolutely.
So the answer is yes, and we say it all the time. There's a difference between someone being attractive and you being attracted to them.
Yeah. Yep.
Listen, I'm gonna use myself again. 6 buildings. The ratio was easily 4-1, women to men, and a whole lot of them was attractive. You can't have 4 women to 1 man in a campus that's got 2,500 people and not see attractive folks. But are you going to be attracted to them? That's
a different.
Something has to happen in your mind to make the shift from, man, they look really good, to, wow, I'm gonna need to get that.
Yeah.
That's a very different.
Or entertaining thoughts. Wouldn't it be great if?
That's a very different mentality.
Imagine if.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's different. That's different.
Yep.
I'll tell Howard someone is flirting, and he'll tell me, at least I know my wife is pretty. I know a lot of guys who think like that.
Yeah.
I know a lot of guys who think like that.
Mm-hmm.
See, your daughter's like, relax.
Stephanie, leave me alone.
I would not want to know if my wife dreams about a male. So Darren, you missed the first question.
I wouldn't want to know if he dreamed about someone else either. I don't need to know that.
Always honored to connect. Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you, man. Matter of fact, we need to have another conversation, man. I'll reach out to you. So Darren, let me give you the first question. Here's the first question. It's kind of similar. And it's all under the umbrella of how much do I tell? How much do I tell? So if someone's coming on to your spouse, should they tell you? That was the first question. The second question is, if your spouse dreams about somebody, should they tell you? So we're talking about how much should you tell, right? Yeah. So that's I think they're great conversations to have.
Yeah.
And listen, approach these conversations. Don't approach these conversations in a way that is confrontational.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying. Like
thing.
You can have, like, you see us every Saturday night laughing and joking about this stuff. And I'm not saying to take it lightly, like it's not serious, but at the same time, what you're really trying to do is learn about each other.
Yeah, it's there's a way to approach it if you feel like you need to approach it.
Right. Yeah.
Like coming to you and being like, oh, so what you doing with this person? Why this person? Da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
That's accusatory and makes you probably go on the defensive.
Mm-hmm.
The better way would be, babe, can we talk about this? I'm kind of feeling some kind of way. Like, what's going on here? Da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
It's different. That shows you that I need reassurance for whatever reason.
Yep, I get it. Darren said, I feel like I would want to know that. You're talking about the previous question.
The first question?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
You would want to know. Okay. That's cool. And here's the thing. The next thing is, you gotta, and this is not just for you, Darren, this is for everybody, but The next thing is you have to also be honest about why you would want to know.
Why do you need to know?
Because remember, Tabby said earlier that her husband will want to know because he wants to protect her.
Yes.
Some people want to know because they just want to start foolishness and they just want to be
They wanna
conflict
add
and just want
more
to yell
to
and
that.
scream and
Yeah.
holler. Like that's not gonna help. Like that's not gonna help.
Some
I'm
people
not
want-
gonna tell you if you just gonna be punching me in the face.
Some people want to know for insecurity reasons on
What do you
their
mean by that?
part. So I need to know because I'm already insecure. So I need to know,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like to confirm my insecurities. I need to know.
So that means there's already problems.
I'm not saying that that's what it is for everyone that
Right.
needs to know, but sometimes their need to know is to confirm their insecurities.
I get that. Yeah, and in that case, there's already issues.
Yes.
Like you've already crossed the threshold into having issues.
Yeah.
If you need to confirm something.
That's not always the reason why people need to confirm, though. I just want to clear that up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, I get that. I get that. So listen, man, we just want to throw that out there. We love kind of throwing out these conversations and just disappearing afterwards. So it's time for us to disappear.
Yeah.
We'll let y'all deal with that.
We dropped the bomb
in your own homes, right? But you know, all jokes aside, I do believe that these are great conversations to have. The reason why they're great conversations to have is because if she and I are talking about doing life together until death do us part, we need to know each other. And we need to know all the little nuances. And I'm not saying you're going to get everything all at once, but as things arise and things come up and you think of things, who better to bounce it off of than your teammate? Because that's where you learn. That's where you grow. That's where you craft strategy. Because here's the thing. Let's say you have these conversations and something comes out that you're like, man, that don't really sit right with me. Now that's an opportunity not to bang their head off. That is an opportunity now to craft strategy around how you prevent that. How do we proactively put something in place that allows us to circumvent the thing that I don't feel good about?
I think too, to add to that, to piggyback onto that.
Appreciate that, JP. Truly great conversations.
Yes,
Thank
you. I think a lot of times too, we think that for us, for example, we think that because we've been married so long, 23 years, that I already know how he feels about this. We feel like we don't need to have these types of conversations. But I think it's important that we still sometimes come back to this and be like, you know, what are you thinking? You still thinking along these lines?
I agree.
Because things change.
I think sometimes too, we get comfortable in the fact that, we get comfortable in the thought that we ain't gonna never have to deal with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we don't got to talk about it.
That's true.
So we got to talk about it. And we can tell you firsthand what happens when people ignore that. And then it does come up.
Yeah. I think it's important to just revisit what you feel like you already know about your spouse.
Yeah.
Regardless of how long it is that you've been married, because things change, people change. Their likes, their dislikes, their thoughts about something, all of that could change. We evolve, we think differently, we adapt to how things are in the world now. And so we think differently. We have more information that makes us maybe change our viewpoint on something based on what we thought before. We have more information now. So it's like, I never thought about that. Maybe I do feel this way about it now. So we got to keep having these conversations and keep revisiting what it is we feel we already knew about our spouses, because you never know.
I agree. And typically these Saturday night conversations are not really about us giving advice. However, I think that needed to be said.
Yeah.
That needed to be said.
Yeah.
Donna said, I told Howard if he had to cheat, please make sure she has some money.
I know that's right.
So I could
get that some money.
So, hey, listen, Donna. So here's what's crazy.
Say that all the time.
We were about to leave, Donna, but because you said that, it just made me think of something. So I don't know if y'all saw in the news lately, in the social media news lately, that hold on, let me get JP's comment and then I'll say this. JP said, over 20 years of marriage, congratulations. Those are goals for me. I have a decade behind y'all. Man, listen, bro.
Keep going.
Listen, the fact that you are where you are.
Yeah.
You have made it longer than 70% of
Mm,
other folk who said I do with you.
this is true.
So the fact that you are already at the 10-year mark, bro,
Keep
man,
going.
kudos. My guy.
Keep
That's
going.
what's up.
Keep going.
That's what's up, bro. Congratulations to that.
Yes.
So here's the thing. Yes, don't forget to set your clocks back. We're gonna say that at the end too.
Yeah.
Donna, because you brought that up about the money thing, let me just say this real quick. I know y'all probably saw in the media where Joe Smith caught his wife.
Who?
Joe Smith, the basketball player. He found out that his wife had an
Yes.
OnlyFans account. So I don't know if y'all heard about this, but Joe Smith, he's a basketball player, found out that his wife, who by the way, for context, his wife who used to be in, I think she was like in the porno world, wasn't she?
Oh,
Or she was a dancer or something.
I have no
She
idea.
was in that industry.
So is that what she meant when she was like, "Well, you already knew this was
Right.
me before."
And that's what a lot of dudes are like. A lot of dudes are on
Mm,
his case because they like, bro,
you knew
that's
who
who
she
you married.
was. Yeah.
Like you married somebody in the sex industry. What you tripping about? But it goes on. He finds out his wife now had
OnlyFans
his wife has an
account.
OnlyFans account.
And he
And
went
he's tripping.
he was very upset at the fact that he found out that she had an OnlyFans account. What did you say? No, wait. So so I said, would you be upset at the fact that you found out that I had an OnlyFans account? Like he's just now finding this out. He didn't know. He was blindsided, blah, blah, blah. You said,
Nope. I'm not upset at all.
you would not be
Now
upset.
listen. Let's be clear for those of you, because I don't want folk judging me. This is all jokes. Let me just put that out there first. This is all jokes. I told her, I was like, absolutely not. I would not be upset at all. For the same reason that Donna just said what she said. You know how
Money.
much these folk making on OnlyFans? Like they share some of the earnings that some of these chicks are making on OnlyFans. Get that bag. Like for real. Let me tell Shannon Sharp had me cracking up, man. Shannon Sharp in his podcast was like, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna be like, hey, girl, fire your cameraman. I'm gonna be that dude now. I'm gonna be
Oh my
like,
gosh.
let's get this money."
No, but he said that's I think he said or alluded to the fact that it's disrespectful.
Mhm.
How could you do this? And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm making money, blah blah blah. You already knew this is who I was.
Right. And a lot of dudes are like clowning him because he's like, bro, you married a sex worker.
Yeah.
What did you expect? Like, it don't matter that you making millions of dollars. She want to make her millions too.
But he was like, that was before though. We're married now.
Yeah, I don't know, Joe. That's a stretch, buddy. That's a stretch. Howard and I have been married for 13 years. Congratulations. That's what's up. 96. Yes,
That's
they have
awesome.
been. They have been talking about it. They have been. Pierre said, "Why would she want an OnlyFans account? Are they financially where they want to be?" Yes, they are. They are. But that's what she was doing. He said, "My girl making money."
I know that's right. He said,
Listen, millions is right.
Mm-mm.
Millions. OnlyFans. Let me tell you something. Women. Sometimes I'm envious of women, and
millions.
again, take this with a grain of salt. We just joke. We just joking here. It's all jokes. But sometimes I'm envious because I'm like, all women have to do is get on social media and look a certain way. They don't have to have no substance. They don't have to be talking about nothing intelligent. They don't have to have no brains, nothing. They just got to have a nice body, and all the millions is coming in. Like right now, let me tell you, on Facebook right now, if you really like this live, you could give stars on Facebook.
Yeah.
And those stars equate to money.
Yeah.
Right. I've seen lives where there's like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of stars, and the chick is a dummy.
Okay, that's not nice.
No, I'm serious.
That's not.
I'm
nice.
serious.
Don't say that.
I it's on. What is the other way? Is unintelligent a better word?
Let's end this.
She ain't saying nothing. She just sit on there and just looks good.
Let's end this.
So yeah, all right. So all right, let me get the comments and then I'm gonna get out of here. Pierre said, "Oh, that was her lifestyle." Yes,
That was her
that's what she
mindset.
did before.
That was her mindset.
She just never told him that she kept that account. Howard said he had an OnlyFans account. I better be his only fan. That is hilarious.
Donna, go to bed.
That's the comment of the night right there, Donna. That's right. Get the bag, JP. Get the bag for real. But he was gone from the home a lot, and she needed attention.
This is true.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. True. They can show their feet, man. I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy.
It could be their feet, their toes,
it's crazy.
Their toenails.
It is absolutely crazy how much money women are making doing nothing.
Was he controlling with the money? Good point.
That's a good question, Darren, which I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to that question. Listen, males have wanted to pay for me pics of my feet. So I'm sure OnlyFans has all kinds of stuff. I'm telling you, women are making literally millions of dollars on OnlyFans. And that's why they won't give it up.
Yeah.
And they don't have, and here's the thing. The thing about OnlyFans is you don't have to do anything for the money. You're on camera. All of your people pay subscriptions just to watch. So you don't have to worry about doing no sex work. You don't have to worry about being physically involved with nobody. It is just pure money for nothing.
You know a lot about that. How you know?
I do know a lot about it.
How you know?
I study. I study.
End this right now.
I gotta know what's happening. I gotta know what's happening. You know, shallow, lack substance. Carrie, what's good? Carrie Davies, what's happening? Good to see you. Hope you and the family are well. Hi, Ali and Denise. Good conversations. Thank you. Thank you for being here. All right, listen, we're gonna get out of here. How much should you tell? So the two questions that we asked was, if someone is coming on to your spouse, should they tell you? That was the first question. The second question was, if your spouse dreams about someone else, should they tell you? We would love to hear your comments about that. Those of you who may be watching this in the replay, we want to let you know. Carrie said, thanks for the laughs. No problem. No problem. We are happy to do that at any time. Donna said, awesome conversation tonight. JP said, yo, we study.
Oh
we got to, fam.
Oh my goodness.
We got to be prepared. We got to know what's going on, right?
Goodness.
We got to know Darren said, tread carefully. I'm trying, bro. I try. I cross the line consistently, my guy. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Listen, we're going to get out of here, man. Thank you for being the best part of this show. You guys being in the comments, man. You make it what it is. It is Have a Conversation After Dark. It is simply to get you to start talking, because conversation is a catalyst for growth. Conversation is a catalyst for learning. Have those conversations. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night and the rest of your weekend. Blessings on you. And we will see you next time.
Next week. Good night.
Later.